I'm Paul Fisher. I'm a licensed drug and alcohol counselor with Fairview Behavioral Services. Despite what you may have heard, marijuana can be addictive. About 1 in 11 people who use marijuana will develop an addiction. This rate increases to 1 in 6 when marijuana use begins during teen years. Marijuana actually accounts for the largest percentage of treatment admissions among those 12 to 17 years old.
Teens typically start to use marijuana out of curiosity or to just fit in. For some, drug use begins as a way to escape and self-medicate to cope with anxiety, anger, depression, boredom, or other unpleasant feelings. One of the teens I work with explained his addiction this way. He tried it just to find out what it was like, and he found out he liked it. So he kept using it more and more to the point where it became an addiction and he couldn't stop. Many people mistakenly think that those who use drugs lack the willpower and that they could stop if they wanted to. In reality, drug addiction is a complex disease. Drugs change the brain in ways that make quitting hard, even for those who want to.
Today's marijuana is more potent than the marijuana that was available to a generation ago. Potency is measured by the amount of mind-altering chemical, THC, that is contained in marijuana. In the 1980s, the concentration of THC averaged 4%. In 2012, the concentrations averaged around 15%. Extracting THC from the marijuana plant using butane is also on the rise. This process is called dabbing. Dabbing is a new way of ingesting marijuana that can deliver larger amounts of THC, typically ranging from 40 to 80%.
Marijuana is also associated with school failure. It can affect attention, motivation, memory, and learning. It can also make school twice as hard for those kids who are already struggling with learning problems such as ADD, ADHD, or mental health disorders. Research has also shown that people who began using marijuana heavily as teens may permanently lose an average of 8 points in IQ by mid-adulthood.
The part of the brain which controls reasoning and impulses, known as the prefrontal cortex, isn't fully developed until about age 25. This may shed light on why your teen has difficulty controlling their emotions, planning, and making sound judgments. They may also engage in more risky, impulsive behaviors, including experimenting with drugs and alcohol.
If you suspect your child may be using, ask them to submit to a drug test. If something seems wrong, search your child's room or car. In a book written by the mother of one of the Columbine shooters, she wrote her biggest regret was not going through her son's room. She didn't want to violate his trust. Had she gone through his room, she may have found the guns in his bedboard and the plan in his diary. Most schools in Sherburne County contract or at least have access to a licensed alcohol and drug counselor. Otherwise, connect with your child's school counselor or a school administrator. Your child's safety always trumps their privacy.